Imagine waking up to the serene whisper of the woods, only to have it shattered by the furious buzz of a chainsaw gnawing at your dreams. Literally. That's how my Tuesday started, with the metallic screech echoing from the edge of our 5-acre haven. A sound that wasn't birdsong or rustling leaves, but the unmistakable war cry of suburban tyranny. And standing behind it all was the self-appointed queen of Oak Creek Preserve, a woman whose smile hid fangs sharper than any blade. My name's Ethan, and for nearly a year, my wife Maya, a sharp-eyed psychologist who'd traded city chaos for country calm, and I had been savoring the sweet escape we'd clawed our way toward. No more blaring sirens as our alarm clock. No more overhearing neighbors' petty squabbles through paper-thin walls. We'd hunted relentlessly for this spot. Privacy wrapped in whispering pines, a babbling creek as our natural moat, and zero HOA nonsense. You know, those homeowners associations that promise community but deliver a dictatorship of paint colors and lawn heights? We found our paradise bordering the impeccably groomed Oak Creek Preserve, where every mailbox matched and every blade of grass saluted in unison. Our land was the wild rebel next door, untamed, unfeed, and unapologetic. But freedom? Oh, it ruffles feathers in places like Oak Creek. The HOA, there wasn't just a committee. It was a throne room ruled by Evelyn Reed, a woman who could weaponize a welcome basket. We'd met her once, a week after moving in. She showed up with a bottle of cheap Chardonnay, probably expired, and a grin that screamed, "I'm judging you," standing on our porch. Her eyes scanned our overgrown grass like it was a personal affront, our gravel driveway a crime scene, my beat-up truck a relic from the wrong era. "How quaint," she cooed, her voice dripping honeyed venom. Embracing that rustic vibe. We at Oak Creek strive for a unified look. You see, property values and all. Translation, your existence offends my empire. Maya clocked her instantly, psychologist instincts buzzing. "She's not welcoming us," Maya whispered later. "She's scouting the enemy." We ignored the stares from Oak Creek folks at the hardware store, the hushed whispers that painted us as those hippies ruining the view. Rumors swirled. We were squatters, eco-freaks, even cultists hiding in the woods. I stayed quiet, observing. Patience is my weapon. I'd learned that from years in the city grind. But that chainsaw, it was the spark. Maya joined me at the window, coffee in hand, her face tightening. "That's our side of the creek, Ethan." The saw revved like a taunt, followed by the crash of a tree, our tree toppling like a defeated giant. I laced up my boots. Time to chat with the neighbors. The trek through the damp underbrush felt like marching to battle, pine scent mixed with chainsaw exhaust like some twisted cologne. Emerging from the ferns, I froze. 3 massive pines lay felled, roots torn like exposed veins, branches sprawled across our creek boundary like invading tentacles. A 4th was mid-cut by a guy in flannel, looking more exhausted than evil, earmuffs dangling. I waited for the saw to die. "Morning. Mind explaining why you're on my land?" He yanked off the muffs, avoiding my gaze. "Just a fire break. Work order says this is preserve property now." I pointed at the creek. "That's the line." "Deed says so." Shrug. "Mrs. Reed handed me the papers. Filed and stamped. I just cut what they point at." Evelyn. Queen of the clipboard. I whipped out my phone, filming the carnage. "Name, Ben Carter." He shifted, nervous. "Hey, no trouble, man. I got kids, a mortgage, This gig keeps the lights on. Trouble's already here, I said, panning over the stumps. You're chopping my legacy for her aesthetic. He glanced toward Oak Creek's manicured lawns. Sighed. Fine. Packing up. But she'll send more. That woman. She always wins. Back home, Maya was already digging online. Ben's got the exclusive Oak Creek contract. 2 teens. House payments. She's got him by the wallet. Leverage, I muttered. Classic HOA play, rule or ruin. We weren't backing down. I called my old college buddy David, now a shark in real estate law. Chainsaws. Ethan, that's not a memo. That's assault with a woody weapon. Faxing you the deed. Dig into this preserve. Next day, David's voice crackled with shock. This ain't your grandma's HOA. It's a corporate beast, Vance Properties LLC. Delaware registered. Sole director, Evelyn Reed. She's gobbled up bordering lots via shells. Your acres? Prime for her empire expansion. Non-profits? Ah, this is profit with a polite face. Vance. Maya's maiden name, coincidence that stung. But the real joke? Evelyn's community was a land grab facade, mired in irony, preaching unity while devouring freedom. We posted no trespass signs like defiant flags. Certified letters flew. Cease and desist, or face the music. But as I hung up, a white truck rolled up, surveyors, hammering stakes 100 feet into our meadow. Morning, the lead guy said, all business. New boundary markers per Vance order. You're trespassing, I shot back. He waved paper. Official. Dispute it with them. I filmed again. So, you're the hammer in her toolbox? Pound away at private land because papers say so? He smirked. Just doing the job, sir. Property values wait for no man. Back inside, Maya paced. She's building a case. Make us look unhinged. We yell. She smiles in court. Shadowboxing, I agreed. Time to change gloves. That night, inspiration hit. The old seller, Mr. Abernathy, left a trunk in the attic. Old papers, he'd said dismissively. But to a meticulous retiree who'd feuded with Oak Creek's birth, gold mine. We hauled it down, dust flying like ghosts. Binders of tax stubs, maps sketched with shaky hands, letters railing against that Reed tyrant's overreach. As we sifted, a courier buzzed up, motorcycle roar like a bad omen, delivering a summons. Quiet title action. Evelyn claiming our land via new survey, hearing in 2 weeks. The clock ticked. Nights blurred into coffee-fueled digs. Abernathy's notes painted Evelyn's dad, Richard Reed, as a 70s developer with an appetite for corners cut. One entry, Reed's partner dies in accident, mining collapse. Suspicious timing for full control. Maya's eyes widened. This is the root. Greed buried deep. Then, escalation. A county letter arrived, demanding access for water quality tests near our old well. Eminent domain vibes, I grumbled. Ben showed up again, truck laden with kits. He flinched at my glare. County needs soil samples. Contract says cooperate. Maya stepped out, pity in her eyes. Ben, she's dragging you down with us. You know it. He dug half-heartedly, guilt-etched. As he finished, Maya offered water. He gulped it, then whispered, "It's not water." She obsesses over the old culvert her dad built. Drainage pipe, Sealed. Thinks it links to your well. Needs inside bad. Why? I pressed. Dunno. Terrified. Though. He bolted, leaving us with the key. The well was a gateway to buried sins. Wind howled. Phones buzzed. Storm alert. Violent rains. Floods isolating the mountain. Perfect cover for Evelyn's endgame. We raced to the well. Granite cap like a sarcophagus. Leverage, Maya said. Crowbar. Jack. Wood blocks we pried inch by brutal inch. Rain starting its assault. Opening cracked. I roped down into dank abyss. 20 feet. Chamber. Culvert mouth yawning. Maya's shout. Headlights. Heart pounding. I plunged in, crouched run through rust stink pipe. Brick wall. Hidden door swings. Chamber with mildewed briefcases. One creaked open. Ledgers. Surveys. File on Reed's partner. Accident reeks of murder. Doc screaming foul play. Crash above, slab shifting. Sealed in. Panic-fueled climb back. Bursting into gale. 2 goons held Maya. Evelyn loomed. Triumphant sneer cracking at the briefcase. That's mine. Looking for Daddy's dirt? I yelled. Wind whipping. Her facade crumbled, hired help fled like rats. Alone. She deflated. Abernathy should have sold. Stubborn fool. She stumbled away. Empire in tatters. Storm raged. We huddled with the relic. Dawn brought sheriff. Maya's coded text to David triggered welfare check. Handed over evidence. Investigations snowballed. Evelyn cuffed. Charged with fraud. Conspiracy. Dad's accident reopened. HOA dissolved. Ben testified light. Spring healed scars. We sat porchside. Fireflies twinkling. Silence earned, Maya said. The woods promise renewed, not given, but fought for. But tell me, in a world where community means control, who's the real villain, the rule breaker or the rule maker gone mad?